Welcome to part 2 on how to create a new business website from scratch for under $20. In this tutorial, I'll be going through on how to set up a new web host. Basically, once you have your domain name, you need somewhere to put your website, and that's what a web host provides, is that storage space, and also provide other services as well. So there's a lot of free web hosts out there and other sites that provide free services. But I believe that for a business, you really want to have control over your website, and a paid service is the way to go. The free ones, there are a number of restrictions on it, and they don't guarantee a lot of uptime. So the one I use is called HostGator. And HostGator is actually one of the largest web host providers in the world, and they have a pretty competitive rates. It's very cheap hosting these days, and basically they have a lot of features that all the features you probably ever want to use unless you're doing some serious web business. So we just go to the web hosting section, and that's three plans basically. There's the plan which is you only have a single domain, and then that's only like one website that you have, and then there's one with unlimited domains, and then there's a higher end business plan. Basically, the ones that I have is a baby plan, and that gives you unlimited domains, unlimited disk space, unlimited bandwidth, and you can actually start off with the $9.95 monthly plan, and that's probably a good way to get started, and it minimizes your upfront commitment as well, especially if you just want to try it out and see what they're like. But I've been using these guys for probably over 3-4 years now, and haven't had any issues. Has been uptime has been very good. Don't have any major downtime, and service is pretty responsive as well. So you can just pick which one you want. Just say we'll go for the baby plan. The monthly is $9.95. The single domain is only $8.95, so it's not a lot of difference. You can always upgrade easily. So let's go to the monthly, and I'll just click order now. So on this next page, you have a couple options. If you want to register a domain with HostGator, or if you have a current domain, you can use that. Because we have a current domain, we'll select here, and I'm not too sure if you know, but basically it's a pretty good idea to separate your web hosting from your domain service provider, domain name service providers, because there could be some issues if you ever want to leave the host, or if you want to leave your domain name service provider. It can get a bit tricky, so especially with this, it's pretty critical. It's having your domain name, having that control over it. So you really want to have that separation there. I guess it also less points of failure as well, but more that separation from just a technical perspective if you ever want to change for whatever reason. So the domain name, we've already got an existing one. So just say we were using sohotechguide.com, and then we'll just continue to step 2. So here, just the billing information. So you just pick the package you want, the cycle, enter a username, and then your personal details, and then click create account after you've confirmed that read the terms and conditions. I won't do that because I've already done it, but basically this is the way you go about doing it. So after you've created your account, you should receive an email from HostGator, your account information. So it'll have your domain name, your username. I got my password initially, so I'm not too sure I think they're still sending that out. Your site's internet protocol address, and your name servers. This is the important thing to keep a note of. And basically, we need to change that back at our domain name provider, Namecheap. So basically, if anyone types in our web address, say Soho Tech Guide, it gets redirected to our HostGator web host provider, and that's where our website and our files are stored. So that's the important thing to have. Then there's some other details here. There's some other links here that you can use if you need to view your site before the addresses have been mapped properly. So let's go over and back to Namecheap and make those changes. So once you've logged back into Namecheap, and then on this page it should show all the domains that you have registered with Namecheap. So then just click on sohotechguide.com. From here you'll get to the modify domain name page, and what we want to do is actually go to domain name server setup. As we hadn't set up our our web host when we registered the domain name, the default option was to use Namecheap hosting DNS servers, but now we want to specify a custom DNS server using the details that we received in the HostGator account welcome email. So we'll just click here. So once we click there, we type in or just copy and paste from the email. And then just click save changes to save the changes. And once the changes have been saved, now we're ready to go and start creating the website back at HostGator. And that's the end of the second part of this video series, and in the next tutorial I'll be telling you how to set up a website from scratch, and it's very simple. It's using WordPress content management system, and I'll explain that in more detail in the next tutorial.